Grand risings, dear family, to the sons and daughters of the melanated soul globally. I am just a man treading wisely. Why do I tread wisely? Because I got a message I'm getting to y'all by any moral means necessary using what could be known as Christ logic. In other words, hyper logic. Or balanced logic. I want to talk about a few things in this video here, which is a part of the message I'm getting to you. As I said in the previous video, no matter what I say and no matter when I say it, I am talking to the melanated people. I am talking to the melanated soul. I am only talking to you, my family. What do I wish to do here with this message overall? Overall, I want to resurrect the soul brotherhood, spiritual mentality, and I also want to resurrect the Angoji woman warrior tribe spiritual mentality. And once our brothers, the soul brotherhood, spiritual mentality resurrects, and the Angoji woman warrior tribe, spiritual mentality resurrects, bring them together, unity, brother and sister, unite brother and sister, unite brother and sister, unite brother and sister. Soul tribe will be united. Soul tribe unite globally. Soul tribe unite. I got a few things I want to talk to you about in this video here. This is going to be a pretty sizable video. Don't know the exact time. I'm just going to talk until my point of the current message I'm getting to you is completed. The things I want to talk about, for starters, I'm going to tell you all one thing 10,000 times in 10,000 ways and thousands of variations. And it is simply going to be one of these four things, and that is soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, and soul coexistence. Soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, and soul coexistence, soul cooperative existence. That is all I'm going to be telling you, my melanated family. 10,000 times and 10,000 ways and thousands of variations. So here's a few of them. First, the four corners. Next, the truth about the Lord God. And some personal desires that I have within the family. So for starters, my personal desires, since I'm more important. Just joking, but at the same time, no, I'm not. Simultaneous talk, right? Oh yeah, I want to do some simultaneous talking as well in this video, to label and describe the difference between the Lord God and the soul, and how the soul is our true government and the Lord God is a lying government. So check these words out. My personal desires. All I want truly at the end of the day is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. And I do not want the second thing until I get the first thing. And I dang sure don't want the third thing until I get the second thing, and so on. Those are my personal desires. Next, the Lord God I want to talk about. How the Lord God, in reality, is, using simultaneous talk, guilty and innocent at the same time. I want to talk about that. How do I know this? When you study the Torah, Bible, and the Quran. Studying the Torah. I said in another video the Bible was called the Quran. No, that was an accident. I meant the Torah. The Torah, Bible, and the Quran. The Torah, Bible, and the Quran. When you study the Lord God's actions in all three of those books, because that entity is of the same entity. Always remember, never forget, the Lord God truly has many different names, yet one method of operation. And that method of operation is jealousy. And what is her primary jealous target? The soul inside of humanity. That's what she is primarily jealous of. How he is. The soul operates from standards of what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. The Lord God operates from standards of what's evil, trifling, abnormal, and artificial. The soul operates from the abilities of peace, respect, balance, and progression, or peace, love, unity, and advancement. And the Lord God, just from what my understanding sees, because why is she ravishing, not he, she, why is the Lord God ravishing our lives all throughout the Bible, Torah, and the Quran? There is a Babylon in all three books. That Babylon came from the Lord God's Lord God's influence. The Lord God in the Torah, the Quran, and the Bible was ravishing our lives and attacking us and destroying us and making us live opposite of the soul by any means necessary. Not by any moral means, as I'd like to be, just adding the moral to Malcolm's line. But she just wanted to destroy our lives by any means necessary. She wanted us to live opposite of the soul's abilities, which is war, hatred, division, and stagnance. War, hatred, like hate Esau. Division, like Genesis 11, and murder. Planet flood. All she wants for us are those things. That's not what the soul wants. That ain't what the soul wants. I know the soul, just like I know the Lord God. Now, as I said, the Lord God has many different names, yet one method of operation, and it is jealousy. She has names like Enlil, Isis, Nut, or Nut, however you say it, however you want to say it, N-U-T, that's all I know. Yahweh, Yahweh Allah Kai Dios, Yah Khan, or Jehovah. Many different names, one method of operation. She gets in front of you and yells in your face all day, exalt my name to the highest degree of its authority. Exalt my name, or I'm going to desecrate your lands and kill all your children. That's what the Lord God says. That's how she talks to us. But my thing is, why? Why does she say those things to us? Why does the Lord God say those things to us in the Bible, Torah, and the Quran? Bible, Torah, and the Quran. Why does Mother Yahweh Allah, Mother Yahweh Allah, do those horrible things to us? Simultaneous talk. Because for one, Allah, Mother Allah, I believe in Allah. Allah is very real. Let me just throw that out there. I don't trust nor respect Allah anymore after everything I've discovered, but I believe and know she exists. But at any rate, why does she destroy our lives as she does in the Bible, Torah, and the Quran? How does she do it? She presents herself the way she presents herself, using simultaneous talk. I'm going to say this. Mother Allah is both guilty and innocent at the same time. Mother Yahweh is guilty and innocent at the same time. Mother Isis is guilty and innocent at the same time. Why though? How is that possible? How is it that all the things that she's done to us, while saying this is for a benevolent act? First of all, the word benevolence defines as the quality of being well-meaning. The word quality defines as the standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind. The word standard, you can use three words to define this one. What's expected, what's habitual, and what's normal of said thing. Or what's expected, what's habitual, and what's normal of someone or something. That's the way you can define the standard. So the word quality would define as what's normal, what's expected, what's habitual of something. A quality defines as the standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind. So therefore, what's normal, what's expected, and what's habitual of something as measured against other things of a similar kind. When you trace Mother Allah's origins and her roots back to her starting points, you'll see where she came from, how she was born, and how it actually is a she and not a he. Let's not forget, she is a problem and a solution simultaneously. She is a lie and a truth simultaneously. She is a poison and a potion simultaneously. And she is a yes and a no simultaneously. Everything about her is a simultaneous kind of a venture. It's a simultaneous venture. She has no ability to reason at all. Why? Because she doesn't have neutrons in her head like we do. Neither can Satan. Satan is a spirit of pride. Isis is a spirit of jealousy. Those two entities, they are the only two enemies of the world currently. But at the same time, no, they are not. Neither one of them. It's so crazy, y'all. But at the end of the day, it's all about the energies. That's the primary word in my message right there. Because here's another thing too that I want to throw out. I don't even want to call our souls souls. You want to know what I would just like to call it? Protonic energy inside of humanity. Positive protonic energy inside of humanity that we use our balanced neutronic energy to understand and lean on. So simple. The whole thing is simple, but it's just you won't be able to get it the right way because of all the things that she, not he, has taught us. How she, not he, has beaten us for eons to lean not to our own understanding, Proverbs 3:5-6. Why do you think we have things like that in the Bible? Why do you think we have words like that, like in Proverbs 3:5-6, where it says, lean not to your own understanding? Why not? It's your understanding to lean unto in the first place, ain't it? It's your own understanding to lean on to in the first place, ain't it? It's your own inner understanding to lean unto in the first place, ain't it? It's yours. It's a part of your body. Why are you not leaning on that? That's yours. At the end of the day, it's all about the energies. My primary agenda right now, currently, or at least like in this whole first step of mine that I'm trying to perform, my primary objective is to prove God's innocence. That's the primary motive, proving God's innocence. Because once I prove God's innocence non-physically, that'll fix the non-physical damages. Getting the proof of God out here will fix the non-physical damages of everyone. It'll fix the non-physical damages of everyone. Getting the truth of God out here, proving his innocence, letting everyone know that in reality he's the soul, because the soul is what actually created us, meaning the protonic spirit energy, the non-physical protons energy is what created us. Letting everyone know that he never murdered us, that he never hurt us, he never harmed us. Letting everyone know that our creator did not create us to suffer. Letting people know things like that. That'll fix the non-physical viscerals, as I like to call them. The non-physical viscerals. But as far as fixing the physical world, our physical reality, when we have masters of killing that are making sure that we can't fix anything in our physical like we need to and like we should, it's going to be difficult. So the best thing to do is to attack with love. Simultaneous talk. It's an attack, yet a serious love bomb at the same time. Like I said, I'm going to throw some of my personals out there. For example, this one right here. I promise you I'm going to marry a fully melanated woman. I promise you I'm going to marry a fully melanated woman. As I said, at the end of the day, all I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm. All I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm. More personals to throw out here. All I want is my God, my wife, my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. And I don't want the second thing until I gets the first thing. And I dang sure don't want the third thing until I gets the second thing, and so on. What do I mean by my God? My village, or in other words, my soul brotherhood, then my Angoji women warriors, the Angoji woman warrior tribe, resurrect that spiritual mentality. My soul brotherhood, resurrect that spiritual mentality. Try to reduce some of the sun. But yeah, my God, that's the first thing I want. But see, don't forget, I see God as the soul, meaning the power inside of humanity. Therefore, I see humanity as God, and I have faith in humanity. Just don't forget that. Just know that. I see God as humanity. Humanity is God to me. All things of human life, people, all of we are God. That's how I see things. That's how I see this whole altercation, how this whole thing now. And we have two enemies, period. The two enemies we have are Satan and ISIS. Satan and ISIS are our two and only two true enemies, but at the same time, no, they are not at all. Very simple message I'm getting to you. So, the ultimate thing I wanted to drop in this video is what makes them so evil. The energies inside of them. The negative atomic energy making their protonic vessels electron vessels. The negative atomic energy that is inside of their protonic vessels, making their protonic vessels electronic vessels. Satan is a spirit of pride. ISIS is a spirit of jealousy. I also wanted to mention about a four-wheel or about a four-corner. The way I'm going to deliver the message, it's going to be kind of, it's just going to be kind of all everywhere a little bit. It is. I ain't going to lie to you. It's going to be a little everywhere. It is. But that's because in the process of me making like one video, I'm starting over and, well, you don't care about all that. But at any rate, there are four corners that these two have that keep us bound and subjugated to the ways of war, hatred, division, and stagnance, which is the hell on Mother Earth, versus peace, love, unity, and advancement, which is the heaven on the Father's heart. Like I said in my prayer, the Father's green heart. Thy soul will manifest as thy soul is in heaven upon thy green heart. I look at this planet and I look at it as the Father's heart, not the Mother Earth. I see this planet's name being the Father's heart, not the Mother Earth. But at any rate, this is going to be a pretty sizable video. But at any rate, the energy inside of their vessels are what makes them evil. They themselves, as the soul skin, is not evil. It's just the energy in them. Everything is about the energy, the good, bad, and the balance. But at any rate, the four corners as well. I wanted to drop that. I want to say that out loud. So, as I said, spirit of pride, spirit of jealousy, spirit of pride, and the spirit of jealousy. Those are our only two enemies of the world right now currently, the spirit of pride and the spirit of jealousy. Now, pride, corner number one, which is the left side. We have the left corner, the forward corner, the right corner, and the bottom one, which is stagnant living, which is death. Pride, which is of the left corner, drove us to this world. Jealousy, which is of the front corner, keeps us in this world. And to the right, which is where the simultaneous talk resides the most, the right field, which is wrath, greed, gluttony, and lust, they are what keep us distracted and simultaneously stuck in this world with no way out virtually. The four corners philosophy. It dawns from the sense that this world, or my observations of this world, that all things that are truly good of this world are seen as bad, and how all things that are truly bad are seen as good. The left field is where the heart resides, so everything should be good on the left, but it's not, because the world paints everything good to be bad. Pride is of the left wing. Pride is what drove us to this world. It's just what drove us here. But jealousy is what caused the pride to drive us here, because jealousy wants us to live opposite of the soul, you see. Jealousy wants us to live opposite of the ways of the soul, but jealousy by itself doesn't have any true power or hold over us. So jealousy has to influence pride to drive us to this world of war, hatred, division, and stagnance. And then jealousy and pride use wrath, greed, gluttony, and lust to keep us distracted and simultaneously stuck in this world with no way out. Fourth, and if you speak against this, i.e. the wise are not allowed in the city, as it says in Revelation, if you speak out against this, fourth zone, stagnant, no moving, dead zone, be a good slave or die, yeah? Pretty much what they tell us. I don't want to make this too long. This point is it's a big point. It's a big one. But this is why we need soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, and soul coexistence. This is why we need those things. We need those things because our internal soul, our internal morals, who we truly are, using that to counter this world is the only way to shut it down and get out of it. Aggressive benevolence. Take everything that the enemy meant for evil and turn it for good. I got so much I want to tell y'all. I really do. All I want at the end of the day is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm. What do I mean when I say that? Real quick, let me just throw that out there. My God, first, is BKA is my village, meaning my soul brotherhood united, and my Angoji, woman warrior tribe spirit, resurrected. Or no, let me say that again. My soul brotherhood, spiritual mentality resurrected, meaning all of my soul brotherhood is back together, and we're getting ready to work an ultimate task. And then also, my Angoji, woman warrior tribe, spiritual mentality has been resurrected within our women, meaning my Angoji women have returned. The Angoji warrior tribe women are women who gonna fight for us. I can see that happening. I really can. And then once the Angoji are resurrected and the Soul Brotherhood is resurrected, bring them together, you got the Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe unite, brother and sister unite, globally. Just know this right quick. Everything I say is for the melanated people. Every single word. I have no other word to say to anyone other than a word to the melanated soul. Just want to throw that out there real quick. Then I said I want my normality. What do I mean by that? 4 things. Regeneration. 1. No, it may seem a bit unorthodox and all over the place, but I just know what's going to happen if the right people get what I'm trying to say to you. But at any rate, I said my God, which is my village, soul brotherhood, my soul brotherhood, spiritual mentality, resurrection, my Angoji, women warrior tribe, resurrect their spiritual mentality. 2nd, my normality. What do I mean by that? 4 things. Regeneration, number 1. Replenishment, number 2. Restoration, number 3. And renewal. Regeneration, replenishment, restoration, and renewal. Regeneration, replenishment, restoration, and renewal. My normality. Fixing what's wrong. Things are wrong in a lot of folks' lives, including my own, and they need to be fixed by any moral means necessary. 3rd, my wife. I just want to say this out loud. I promise you I'm going to marry a fully melanated woman. I promise you I'm going to marry a fully melanated woman. Fully melanated woman? What do you mean? You all call them dark-skinned women? Well, I call them fully melanated women. A woman's skin ain't evil, punk. I promise you I'm going to marry a dark-skinned woman. No, wait, fully melanated woman. That was an intentional mistake. You all got to get the message somehow, don't you? But yeah, I promise you I'm going to marry a fully melanated woman. It's the only type of woman I like. The only type of woman I love. I strongly, severely love our women. I really do. Should I say I hyper love them? No, I'm not no simp. It's just using the love that I have for our women, the fully melanated woman, using the love I have for our women, it helps me steer towards the soul liberation I desire to have with them. Versus anything, just say that. I'm going to just say that versus anything that this evil, illegal government ran by Satan and ISIS desires me to have. Desiring soul liberation with our women is what helps me steer towards it. Therefore, fourth and finally, my farm, BKA home liberation. Just keep it like that, real simple. My God, my normality, my wife, and my farm. Just some personals to throw out there. But at any rate, now back to the Lord God talk. I desire to prove the real God's innocence. And as you all know, or if I haven't told you already, I see God as the soul inside of humanity. Meaning I see the protonic energy, the positive, good energy, the really, really good, positive soul, heart energy inside of us. I see that as God. All of us as a collective unit, all of the powers within us. Here's the ultimate reality. Everything's connected. Even us. I know who y'all are. I know who all of you are, truly, spirit and soul. I know that your natural selves are nonviolent. I know that your natural selves desire the standards of what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. I know that you, who you are, don't wish to hurt nobody. You know, I'm going to say this out loud for the record, too. Everybody and their father know that white people, not all white people are bad. Everybody and their father knows that not all the resuscitated Negro family them are bad. Everybody and their father knows that. Why do I attest to that? And why do I say those words out loud? Because how can we work with them and they're not consistently trying to murder us on sight? How can we live amongst them at all if all of them are bad, right? But at the same time, you could argue and say that, you know, they're only good white people so that the bad ones can be worse. You could argue. I mean, the enemy embodies the enemy's goals. I mean, they are genetically modified and circumcised. They have been severely disconnected from their spiritual properties, which is the energy of what's peace, love, unity, and advancement, which the energy of what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural, that energy, positive, good, peaceful energy. Why they can't lock into it like we can, like we desire to? Why they can't? Well, for one, they're serving something. Well, they're people though. So how are people able to be convinced to serve something? Like when we were enslaved, we didn't want to do it. They had to put iron masks on us to stop us from talking to each other. We went decades without talking to each other with them because of them iron masks. You know, they had to force us through all of that stuff. But why are they just going with it? It should be a very, very simple answer by now. Genetic modifications. They are like us, but they aren't like us anymore. Something stole our people and turned them into theirs. Someone stole our people and turned them into theirs. Why do the resuscitated Negro family have flesh, bone, snot, and boogers? I'll be as goofy as I want to be. I don't care. I'm only telling you one thing. It's going to make it a little spazzy, I guess. I don't know. Table flip and all that stuff there. But at any rate, why is it that people with arms and legs and limbs and a head and a gut and a stomach and snot and boogers, right? Why is it that they are like us, but they are acting like that? Who taught them that stuff, right? Trace it back to the root. The Lord God is a problem and a solution simultaneously. The Lord God is a poison and a potion simultaneously. The Lord God is a yes and a no simultaneously. The Lord God has many different names, yet one method of operation. Jealousy, Yahweh, Yahweh Allah, Kai Dios, Yahja Khan, or Jehovah is the devil mother of harlots, and also Enlil, Isis, and Nut. All of them. She is all of them, not he. Then again, the Lord God, when it was art in heaven, she had the ability to drop he's out of the sky, meaning she had the ability to make her energy forge male figures as well, to fall in front of us and say, I am the Lord your God, and you must fear me and fall before me and worship me. Why was the Lord God doing that to us in the Torah, Quran, and the Bible? Did you know that there's a Babylon in all three books? There's a Babylon in the Torah, there's a Babylon in the Quran, there's a Babylon in the Bible. All three of them got to fall. But then in reality, it's only one city. It was only one Babylon. So that means there's only one story. So that means they all must be connected, or that must mean they all was torn apart. And for the sake of our division, misguidance, everything is a lie. Everything is. All of it. It don't matter what it is. If this world put it in front of you and it is not solution driven, and solution driven only meaning the forward field without the jealousy in the middle of it, just balance in the middle, not jealousy, get jealousy out the way. And on the left field, remove the pride and just let the soul have it. And on the right field, focus it to the forward field, which is the balance field, meaning use your righteousness for balance. Completely avoid the dead zone. Y'all gonna get this message. Y'all gonna see how simple this all is. This is why the message is so everywhere, because how much they beat us into thinking otherwise. Let's look at this for a second too. I really want to drop a few more key things to make sure y'all get some type of strong foundational message from this. Notice right quick. Neither Satan nor Isis has neutrons. Neither Satan nor Isis has neutrons. Only dogs can breed dogs. Only cats can breed cats. Where did we learn how to live our lives from? Those two. They, them, right? Who we call they and them. Okay, yeah, it's Satan and Isis. That's the they and them who's in charge of everything. That's they and them who's in charge of everything. Satan and Isis are. Satan and Isis have no ability to reason. Why? Because they don't have neutrons in their brains like we do. When our souls made us, or when he made himself to live on this planet, he gave himself a neutronic brain, meaning the balance energy, meaning the negative and the positive, in a perfect coexistent mesh, like every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet should be. Neutron energy is balance energy. It's balance energy. Neutronic energy is balance energy. Closing, just one more repetition of thought. Satan and Isis don't have abilities to reason. Satan and Isis are the enemies of the world, but at the same time, they are not the enemies of the world, because they are only as evil as they are because of the negative atomic energy inside of their protonic vessels, turning them into electronic vessels and turning them to the attackers of humanity. But always remember, never forget, it is Isis that is driving Satan to be what he is, which is evil like that. But if Isis didn't have control over Satan, Satan would live as the soul art in heaven does, meaning good, beautiful, normal, and natural. Far-fetched, huh? Crazy, wild kind of idea, huh? Use logic. We can get out of this issue that we're in. We can fix the problems that we have if we just thought of a way to do it. Because once you know better, you do better, yeah? I have faith in you, humanity, because I know who you are and I know how powerful you are. And I'm going to marry a dark-skinned woman. Oops, my bad. A fully melanated woman. My woman's skin ain't evil. Y'all calling them dark-skinned. Chump. I say whatever I want, man. Soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. I pray freedom unto us all. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family. Just get the message.